Am I the asshole for telling my husband to not bring his sick ex to our house and not get personally involved in nursing? So I, 35F, and my husband, 39M, have been married for 5 years. Before marrying to me, he was with his high school sweetheart for a decade. Apparently, they had compatibility issues and then lost contact. Now his ex has gotten a kidney failure and is on dialysis and has come in our city for treatment, and according to my husband, she contacted my husband through a mutual friend. And now my husband wants to help her. Very politely, I had asked my husband, does she not have her own people to help and nurse her? Why contact him all of a sudden after years? My husband was pissed and said, how can I be so petty and immature regarding a patient asking such stupid questions and that he expects better from me? Then I said, if the situation is so dire, then let's get her a place in our flat in the other locality, and if you are so adamant, then let's finance her nursing facility what is needed to get personally involved like a nurse. And that I don't want to get involved in personally nursing his ex or her medical recovery process, nor do I want to go see her in the hospital with them. And my husband said he is just disappointed in me that I am showing jealousy over a long ended relationship and cannot show maturity even with a patient. Sorry, there's like no punctuation here, and it's like all over the place. Well, there is punctuation, but it's just, again, all over the place, so I'm trying my best. So, am I the asshole? Guys, some people are accusing me of lying and copying. I will give you the screenshots of nursing home visitation slips. Please tell me how to upload pictures. Edit 1. I am very thankful to mods for responding to my appeal against my post being labeled fake. Thank you so much for reconsidering things. Commenter 1. Something is fishy about the response. Kinda sounds like gaslighting. Not sure I have enough context or judgment, but he is asking a lot of you to bring one of his exes into your home. Could be because it's in writing that you offer to help in other ways sounded sarcastic, but I still feel his response is rather strong for him making a big ask of you. I would possibly ask the same question, but understand that you are not obligated to say yes. So I don't know why your husband doesn't think this is a big deal. Unless, and here's my thought, he secretly wants to see his ex again. Or, at the bare minimum wants to see her, if you know what I mean. He wants to see her in that way again. That's what I'm thinking. Now, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm just like stupid, probably. Maybe I'm being like one of those dumb Reddit commenters, but I think it'd be really funny if that's how the story turned out. Anyways, let's just get into the update. Update 1. The next day. I tried to have another conversation with my husband, and my parents are soon visiting my house, but I don't think we have made any progress. I talked pretty politely that it is very unfair to me and my boys, I have two 3-year-old twins, that he is willing to be an emotional support tool to an ex and is so hell bent to be at her side. Caring about acquaintances is a different thing, but issues like this being an emotional support tool, caretaker, and all this should be exclusive to one spouse. And issuing it to any third party, even if it is a platonic female friend, will be the foundation stone of an emotional affair, let alone issuing it to an ex. He told me that it is tragic that I don't trust him even after being together for 9 years. We dated for 4, have been married for 5, and accusing him of having an affair. It is natural for people to care about their loved ones, acquaintances, especially when they are sick, and being an emotional support tool, being a caretaker, being at people's side is the bare minimum one can do, and it does not automatically translate into an emotional affair. And it is sad that I am so narrow minded that I am taking offense in him being personally involved with his ex. Ideally, I too should have volunteered to help his ex, visited her, consoled her, shown some empathy instead of being an insecure person. I said, I am not negating the fact that we should help a sick person, and we get nurses and doctors involved, and assist financially, but you offering emotional intimacy to her does not go down my throat. He once again said, tossing just money to a sick person is so cold hearted on my part, and a patient needs to see that you people are available for her. To which I said I am not obligated to be available for her, nor are you. Nobody will blame you for not taking responsibility of your ex's life's troubles. He cut me in between and said what a selfish take and how he will be selfish to not respond properly to a person asking for help. Cleve, one of my twins, woke up, and our conversation ended. I still don't understand what is really going on, but it doesn't look like it's gonna end well at this point. Your husband's basically just on his hands and knees begging, please let me go see my ex, please, please, please let me. I promise I'm only going to take care of her kidney failure, please, I promise. Yeah, we all know that's not what he's going to do. Anyways, let's just get into update 2. Update 2, 1 week later. It has been 1 week since I first made that post here, and it feels as if centuries have passed in a mere 7 days. A lot has happened, and I feel kind of numb and dumb. So, as much as you expected, my husband and I are getting a divorce. His ex, who has kidney failure and is on dialysis, did not reach out only because she needed help. She reached out because she wanted him back. Her illness is real, but her intentions were not. She eventually admitted to me directly, and she was quite blatant in this regard. Maybe her illness has made her irritable and scornful, but that is how it was. Right now, I feel strangely calm. It is not unexpected, but I am still unable to process that a man can leave a relationship of 1 decade with 2 kids. We dated for 4 years, married for five, and have two twins who are three. Like this, with zero visible regret. My parents are with me, helping me stay steady for my twin boys who just turned 3. They are too young to understand what is happening, but they keep me grounded. After everything came to light, my husband admitted that she was really the one who ended their relationship years ago because she thought he lacked drive and stability. He never really got over her. Seeing her again, fragile, vulnerable, and remorseful, reopened old feelings he had never dealt with. And in my mind, I was like, dude, you could have admitted it from day one instead of gaslighting me, but I guess I was just speechless there. I actually met her by coincidence 3 days ago. My husband has been visiting the hospital frequently, and one afternoon he forgot his insurance file, which also contained some of our joint investment papers. Since I was disentangling things from him in the background while waiting for my parents to come and giving my marriage a last chance, I had gone to collect it from the administrative office at the dialysis unit. The dialysis unit was tucked in a quieter wing separated from the main outpatient block. Outside the rental chamber waiting area was attached. I was standing there waiting for the administrative officer to bring out the insurance file when she appeared with a nurse. She recognized me right away, and before I could even introduce myself, she told the nurse to give us room for a moment. The nurse was hesitant in leaving us an immunocompromised person, but she insisted on a couple of minutes of privacy, and then she asked me, "You are my husband's name's wife, right?" I swear to God, I have not met this woman for once, so I don't know how she recognized me in a glance. I said, "Yeah." She asked me to sit down for a moment, and then she said, "I was planning to bring this up gradually to you, but it is better we met here. I guess today or tomorrow you have to know this. There ain't any use beating around the bush, so I will come on the point. I know you probably think I'm intruding, but I never stopped loving him." I was like, what the actual fuck? No way it is real. And in reality, she was married to another man for a while, who I guess died in some accident. So it's not like she was some cinematic protagonist spending her life single, pinning for my jerk of a husband as she was sounding. I was the only one who ended things, and I regret it deeply. I just want to be with him again, even if it's only for whatever time I have left. I swear to Almighty sitting above 7 heavens, and I am not exaggerating a single word. Those were her exact words. I left the file counter without saying anything. In the side corridor near the elevator lobby, I would have burst into violent sobs had the nurses and other people not been moving there too. When I got home and told my husband what had happened, he did not deny it. He said he could not help how he felt and that being around her made him realize he still loved her. At this point, I did not think I had anything else to say. I am now a single mother of twin boys, and honestly, I am fine. I earn much more than my husband, and the house we live in is entirely my property. The apartment is in the Southern Academic District, not far from the old university campus where I teach. It is a 3 bedroom flat on the first floor of a quiet residential block I bought 7 years ago when I was promoted to associate professor, using my savings and part of a research grant I had received for curriculum development. When this all came to light, I asked him to leave, and he did. It was not a dramatic fight. I told him calmly that if his heart was with her, that is where he should go. There is no legal obstacle in it. He had contributed little to the mortgage or maintenance, and the property was always mine. He did try to bring up we are intertwined on other financial fronts. And honestly, even if it is partial entanglement, what complicates things now are the shared investments and educational funds we set up for our twin boys. We have a joint mutual fund account, a children's saving bond, and a small commercial investment in a co working space near the railway junction. The co working space investment is another area of dispute. Although the capital came from me, the business registration lists both our names for tax convenience, which was his idea only. Now, as he is attempting to claim half the profits from the current lease cycle, my lawyer has filed for a forensic accounting review to prove the monetary trail originates from my personal savings. This is looking exhausting in theory, only, and there are a few more entanglements that will be too much to type. And not to forget the legal process of divorce, which we have not started yet, and not forget the custody stuff. That's all she had to say. Wow. I mean, this story just everyone sucks here except for the original poster. The husband sucks. This wife, ex wife, whatever she is, she sucks too. Like, I'm sorry that she's passing away, but, you're the one that broke up with your husband all those years ago, and now you want to spend the rest of your life with him, and it's only working because he's still attached to you. And I don't know, it just sounds like she's like exhausted. I'm reading this and it just looks like a word vomit, basically, is what I'm reading. There's like barely any punctuation and I'm trying my best. So hopefully in the next update, the final update, she's a bit clearer, or I don't know, maybe she's doing better. Update 3. 5 days later. I filed for divorce today. Dated for 4 years, 5 years of marriage, twin boys who are 3, and a husband who decided to go back to his ex. She came back into his life because of medical issues, and he turned into her caretaker. I drew boundaries, he called me insecure, now it's over. I am a professor and I earned well. My house is in my name, so at least that's clear, but the rest is tangled. There's a small joint property near a railway station and some mutual funds for the kids' education that both our names are on. It's exhausting sorting through all of it. I'm not falling apart. I'm functioning, working, raising my boys, but it's lonely. I've never been the kind of person who keeps a big circle of friends, and right now, that silence feels heavier than usual. My parents are here, but they are with kids right now, and how much can I burden them with my emotional turmoil? I just want to vent it somewhere. I'm glad that she's just like straight up done with her ex husband, but this whole update is just sad, you know? And I hope she's doing better now. It's been literally a week since then, so probably nothing much has changed, but I don't know, I'm hopeful for her future. And that's going to be all for today's video. Let me know what you all think in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.